Hello, my today's topic is human respiratory system. Human respiratory system is the biological system which introduces the respiratory gas to into the exchange into the internal environment and the external environment. The into the human respiratory system anatomical features includes the airways, lungs, and the respiratory muscle. The molecule of the oxygen and carbon dioxide uh, is passively diffuses from the external environment to the blood. The insect have the very simple respiratory system, but into the amphibians the skin also play a important role into the exchange of the gases. The main functions of the respiratory system is the respiratory system involved into the diffusion of the oxygen into the blood, which is the passive diffusion, and it also help into the collection of the blood from the body parts or from the blood and exhale it, that is the carbon dioxide. The there are the two types of the respiratory there are the two types no there are the two parts of the respiratory system, that is the upper respiratory system and the lower respiratory system. The upper respiratory system includes the mouth, nose, and the nasal cavity, larynx, and the pharynx. The lower respiratory system includes the lower respiratory system includes the trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, and alveoli and the diaphragm. Let's talk about the what is the role of the mouth, nose, and the nasal cavity, which the external air enters from the mouth or the nasal cavity, which they moistened and filter that. There is also presence of the small hairs to encounter the dust particles or any other material. Next part is the pharynx. Pharynx is the into the pharynx the throat is divided into the food pipe and the wine pipe, that is the trachea and the esophagus. There is also presence of the cartilage, which is a cartilage, small cartilage flap, which is made up which is involved which is called as the epiglottis, and which is involved into the protection of the windpipe, which don't allow the food particles or any other material to go into the windpipe. Then there is presence of the larynx. Larynx is also called as the sound box or the voice box, which is involved into the sound generation and also helps or the protect the trachea. Into the lower respiratory tract, there is presence of the trachea. Trachea is the windpipe which involved into the gases come from the nose to the lungs. The diameter is 20 to 25 millimeter, and the length is 16 to 15 to 20 centimeter. It also contains the small hair-like structure called as the cilia, which is very important to encounter the dust comes into the windpipe and easily exhale by coughing. There is also presence of the C-shaped cartilage. The cartilage, uh, the cartilage is very important to open the windpipe, and it also protect that trachea. Behind they are not circular shape, they are the C shape, because behind the trachea there is the presence of the esophagus. After the trachea, there is the presence of the bronchi. Bronchi is divided into the right and the left. The left bronchi is the more narrower and the longer than that of the right bronchi. They are further divided into the primary, secondary, and tertiary bronchi. Into the tertiary bronchi, there is no presence of the any cartilage. The bronchi Next to the bronchi, there is the presence of the bronchioles. The bronchioles are the bronchioles are very small. Their diameter is less than or up to the 1 millimeter. There is no presence of the there is no presence of the any uh, cartilage into that. After that, there is the presence of the alveoli, which is the hollow sac contain the number of the alveoli